Continuing with perfect songs from the spring of 1986, I present to you this gem, Level 42's There's Something About You. Doesn't it just bring you right back to a non-digital, analog, actual cameras with film, landline telephones still connected to the wall, Live Aid, Ronald Reagan era, right? People listened to radios whose programs were transmitted through airwaves. They read newspapers. People went to brick and mortar stores to shop. I mean, the mall was always a hot destination in those days. We partied like maniacs, went to prom, had air band contests, studied. We were in band or chorus, although there were very few pictures or evidence of any of our shenanigans, unless they might appear in a school yearbook, and those are pretty PG. Those are the best of times. So the end of my first year of school at Hobart and William Smith colleges, it used to be, maybe it still is, I'm not sure, but it used to be that you got an education not just from the professors or the classes. A kid from a small town public school like me got quite an education from her, East Coast rich private school fellow students. So I ended my second year of college seeing and thinking about things very differently. And I felt like a different person than I had been at the beginning of the school year back in September. I think that's why this particular year really sticks out to me. Something was impressed on my brain. I guess when you experience something transformational, you really remember it. So Level 42. Mark King, Phil and Roland, or Boone Gould, were friends and played together where they grew up on the Isle of Wight in the late 70s. Then they moved to London, where they met keyboard player Mark Lindup. They were all heavily into funk and jazz initially, and Phil and Mark worked with Robin Scott's Project M. Think of the fizzy, fuzzy, synth delight pop music. The name of the band, Level 42, is a reference to Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They put out 10 albums between 1981 and 2006, but their only American top 10 hit was There's Something About You from their sixth studio album, World Machine, and that was released in the fall of 1985. The song peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 in May of 1986. This song is unmistakable. You could name it probably in one or two notes. That opening is so distinctive. Mark King with those oohs, and then asking how can it be? That slap bass and out of this world keyboard playing from the legendary unofficial fifth member of the band, Wally Badarou. And that video with its neat black and white scenes interspersed with scenes shot in color. Everything about this song and video is quintessential 80s. It is just so choice. If you're craving some 80s era aura, check this song again and time travel to that hazy golden era of Gen X youth. There's Something About You is the perfect song.